lots of thoughts trying to come out at the same time. But,
Then thank you very much. Yeah, here we go again, isn't it? And what do we do about this? Because it just strikes me that this is a problem that could get worse.
Well, as you know, Patrick, I've said on your evening show before, it's simple. You get the stamp out and you hit the deport button over again, because this is exactly what Vice President Vance was on about when he was addressing that conference in Munich. That when you bring in fighting age men on their own, no women and children in many cases, from other parts of the world, different cultural understanding of the country that they're now in, have very different views, particularly in many cases towards women, and have obviously just migrated here, not fled for their lives because they're coming from mainland Europe into the UK. This is what's going on. We're having lives endangered of nations' citizens unnecessarily. People should be immediately detained once they've landed on our shores. They should then be immediately deported. We've got their fingerprints, we've got their details. If they try and come back in again, we just keep putting them on those planes until eventually they get the message.
And Jonathan, this is one of the, well, I think it's the top reason actually why I personally and a lot of our viewers are so concerned about the numbers of people coming across the channel in boats. Undocumented. We don't really know where they're coming from. We don't often even know their age, and I think Labour are getting rid of those checks on the old age assessments. We don't know what they intended to they're here. And it seems to me that there's a blind spot, particularly on the left, but also probably within the Conservative Party as well. A lot of people seem to have the idea that everyone coming across, there's no security problems. Everyone coming is just coming for persecution.
Hi everyone, Jonathan Gullis, the former House of Commons troublemaker and overall Tory crybaby, was asked for his opinion on the recent stabbing in Austria. For some reason, he and his GB News host used the incident to attack asylum seekers and take swipes at the current Labour government. They even complained about the lack of information sharing, ironic, given that Brexit made it harder in the first place. Their solution? Deport people the moment they arrive. This is absolute, complete, brain-dead thinking. Maybe Gullis actually believes there is actually a big red deport button in the Home Office that they just don't use. Given his track record, I wouldn't be surprised. But this is a simple answer to a complex issue. Deport who exactly? The only people who can be deported are those whose asylum claims have been rejected, or those who have overstayed their visas. You have to process claims before making those decisions, something Gullis doesn't actually grasp. He also pushes the nonsense that the UK is bringing people in, when in reality these are individuals arriving and seeking asylum, which is a legal right. He and his Reform UK fan base don't seem to understand that, but thanks to Brexit, the UK now struggles to share security information with European partners or return people to the EU countries, making deportation harder, not easier. Gullis and his ilk effectively argue that no one should be able to claim asylum, even those fleeing persecution in Afghanistan who worked with British forces. Worse still, he now suggests that even approved asylum seekers should be deported. It's beyond hysterical and it's beyond a joke. And let's be clear, asylum claims aren't rubber-stamped by Labour, they're processed by the Home Office and civil servants, not Keir Starmer standing over their shoulders at their desks. But the GB News crowd would rather stir outrage than acknowledge reality, as per usual. And yes, security concerns exist, and yes, asylum policies need scrutiny, of course they do. But the solution isn't Gullis's fancy land of instant deportations. His rhetoric is absolute bullshit, it's dangerous, and it's detached from reality, and ultimately, it's just pathetic, to be honest. But let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. As always, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Facebook page, and if you really want to help me out and support the channel, buy me a metaphorical beer. See you next time, guys. Thank you for watching. You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.